take action and figure out what's going on with life and how are you playing, how are you helping people. And so I look at my life like a role play, and my hope is, as I'm out living life, as I'm out doing things, I'm showing people what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, so that they can get ideas and figure out how could they take what I'm doing and use it in their world. Because at the end of the day, we all share time. There is not one individual on this planet who owns time. They get to control time and say, hey, we're going here. We're going to speed this up. We're going to slow this down. Whatever it is, it's irrelevant. We all share the time. And so that's what I love about on TikTok. I'm part of this whole journey to 10,000 followers. And what I love about it is everybody's just saying, you know what? This is the rules of the game. This is how the game is played. Let's play by those rules. Let's support each other. Let's help each other by following each other, liking stuff, commenting stuff, following back, all these different things that are free for me and free for you. But the system we're doing it on, TikTok, uses it to dictate how people are compensated. So something that's free to you and free to me can generate value for both of us because of the way we interact. And to me, that's part of the value of the virtual world, the value of everything that happens online, is you can collapse time with other people. And you do it by just being yourself, by just going out there and saying, you know what? This is what we're doing. This is where we're going. This is how we're getting there. And that's the cool thing about this March to 10K. I see so many people, different walks of life, different ideas, different businesses, different things they're trying to do, but we're all helping each other get there. And that's the power of it. So if you're on this path with me, I'd encourage you, as you're watching other people's videos, don't just say, hey, we're on the same team. Say stuff like, start conversations. Hey, I love that in the background. Where'd you get that? Hey, where are you from? Hey, what's going on in your life? The conversations drive more value. They drive more attention to the post, and that helps each other out even more. And so everything I look at is, how are the rules of the game operating? How does everything happening within the system that you are a part of work? Because how everything happens is how the system is designed. So you have to encourage people, hey, understand the rules. Figure out, what do we need to do? How do we need to do it in order to put it together in the right way? And so that's one of the things I look at with everything I'm doing is, how are we working together? How do we support each other? No matter what company you work with. If you live in the United States, you pay taxes. We're on the same team. We're fighting the same fight. So how do we do it better? How do we be better teammates with each other? And that's my whole goal with creating content and everything, is to show people it doesn't matter what team you're on. What matters is, are you a good team player? Are you looking out for the people that are on your team as well? Because that's where success lies, in my opinion. So if you want to be a great teammate, get great at supporting other people, whatever they want to do. Because at the end of the day, it's all irrelevant. When you expand the timeline over a year, what you do on a day-to-day basis is irrelevant, right? It's important you do it. It's important you're a part of a team, but that team is going to continue growing. It's going to continue pushing forward. And so it's irrelevant, right? No matter what happens, people are going to keep growing. So that's the mission I'm on. I would love to support you guys in any way that I can. So if there's anything you're looking for, if you're looking for followers, if you need me to comment on videos, message them to me. I am here to be a team player. I am here to help those around me that I can help, regardless of whether I know them or not. Because to me, that's what being a good team player is. It's saying, listen, I don't know your goals, but I see that this is one way I can help without doing anything that's going to hurt me or affect me. Why wouldn't I support you? Why wouldn't I go out and help you? And that's one of the things I think we're missing in society as a whole. We can help each other for no reason other than we want to. Did you know that? Isn't that crazy? It is crazy to think about, but it is totally true. So, what are you doing to help people? What are you doing to go out and make a difference in someone's life? Because it's your choice. It is your choice if you share a smile today. It is your choice if you say something nice. As you're out doing your day, what's a compliment you can give someone for no reason? No reason at all. Just tell them, oh, I love that dress. Oh, that hat is awesome. That ring, whatever it is, people put on what they put on specifically because they like it. Not because, yes, they think you will like it, but they like it already. Compliment them. Show love. We're all in this together. And to me, that's a big piece of success is how are we doing this together? What does it even look like? How does it even work? Because together we sink or swim. Period. Like life is not a single player game. It is. You're always in single player mode, but it's a team sport. And so it's this difference between understanding, hey, I am always on someone's team, but I'm always playing my own game. How does that work? How does that play out in life? That is what we need to be looking at is how do we support each other better as this journey goes forward? How do we support each other better as we're getting to know each other and figuring out what your goals are and how we can help you reach those goals and what my goals are and how you can help me reach those goals? That's what life is. Like every new job you go to, you are meeting a whole new team to help you accomplish your goals. But for them to want to do that, you have to help them accomplish their goals. Life is a team sport. It's a single player game. Yes, we are all, you will never be inside my mind. I will never be inside your mind. But we all operate together. And that I think is one of the hard things about where we're at as a society today is we do all operate together. But in what way? How are we operating together? What does that all look like? Because at the end of the day, it looks like something, right? That's what government is, how we operate together. In my opinion, over time, government is slowly separated from the people. And it's slowly separated because as people gain control, they make decisions based on what they believe is the best thing for the future. And a lot of times, what people believe is the best thing for the future is usually the best thing for themselves. And the best thing for themselves is usually to maintain power. And so if you look at it like that, what we're dealing with as a society today is far bigger than any one thing. It is, I believe, what we're dealing with is 100 years in the making. It has been something that a small decision here, a small move there, a single conversation over here makes this huge difference when it comes to how are we functioning together? How are we helping each other? How are we working together? All of this is part of what creates our life. And so as people have gotten in power, they've created systems and processes to keep them in power. And then they've handed those systems and processes down through the generations of people coming up to lead and grow our nation. And because of that, that is why I believe we need a complete reset. We need to look at it, okay, how do we start from ground zero and build up? Not that what we have isn't great, but we just need a fresh start. So, how do you do that? How do you start from ground zero and say, okay, let's build up? What does this fresh start look like? How would we do it? How would we come together to support each other at a higher level? I don't know, right? But that's life. Life is looking at how do all these systems work together? In what way? Because together we sink or swim. And so that's when I'm out talking to people, when I'm out networking, when I'm working on anything, I'm constantly thinking, how can I support the people immediately around me? How can I support this client directly in front of me right now? What help do they need today? And a lot of the time, it isn't just HVAC. I was on one call, a real nice old lady, and we sat and talked for 2 hours, and she just told me stories about her life. Her husband had passed on. She was lonely and needed someone to talk to. And so while my service tech, my partner, was out doing all of the work, I just got to sit and let her share her journey with me and be a part of her life and be present for her. Sometimes that's all people need. They just need someone who's willing to be present, who's willing to go and say, you know what? I'm here for you. I support you. You matter. And that's one thing I think our society needs more of is people saying, you matter for the only reason that you are alive. Like that's why you matter, is because you are alive and you are on this earth with me. That is it. That is all you have to do to matter. You are loved unconditionally. You are loved unconditionally because you matter. Because over the short term, our time, the value of our time varies greatly. But over a 50-year timeline, we are all equal. There is no one who's better than anyone else when you're operating on a long timeline. So look at that timeline. Look at what are you doing to support other people in your life today? How are you helping them reach their goals? How are you showing them love and support? Because I will tell you right now, the easiest thing to give is encouragement. It is free. You literally type something. You literally send click the like, you click the follow. All of it is free. And everyone who's creating content is doing so with a purpose. They are hoping something happens from that content. So looking at it from that perspective of what are they looking for with this content? What are they hoping to get out of this content? Why did they put it out there? And once you see that, engage with it in that way. Support your fellow human because it's free, because you can. To me, that's what the world needs more of. Trust me, there are plenty of keyboard warriors. There are plenty of people who will tell you you suck and tell you you're a failure and tell you it can't be done. I have met thousands of them. All of that is irrelevant. The time is going to pass anyway, and it is your time. If so, there's a Sandler rule. If you're not part of your goals, you're part of someone else's goals, which I think that makes a lot of sense. But the way I look at it is you are always part of someone else's goals. If you have a job, if you have a spouse, if you have kids, you are part of their goals, period. It is your choice if you have your own goals. So you've got to set your own goals to make sure you're chasing what it is you want to accomplish in life. Your goals, I look at my goals as the barometer that I make decisions on a day-to-day basis towards. Is the decision I'm about to make right now going to get me closer or farther away from the goals that I want to accomplish? Either way is fine. It really is. You just should be cognizant of it. That's my opinion. I always make decisions based on where I want to go, not based on the life I live today. Because if I do everything based on the life I live today, I'm doing everything in a way that I will have to change it because I don't like the life I live. I like the life I live today. I'm not where I want to be today. So I'm making decisions for where I want to be and how I want to get there rather than for the reality I live in today, which is extremely difficult to operate that way and to look at life that way. But at the end of the day, it is how you collapse time. You are the only person that can see where you want to go. So if you want to collapse time, you have to constantly be looking forward at the direction you want to go. All right, so this is where I want to go. Great. How do I get there? How does the decision I'm making right now affect getting to that destination? Because that is growth. That is how life happens. And you've got to constantly be readjusting your life to your goals. Nothing ever stays on track. Life does not stay on track unless you keep it on track. Life is all about how do we go out there and help each other. Life is how do we go out there and empower each other to be the change we want to see in the world. Because we can. We literally have control of our destiny. No one controls time but you. You are in complete control of your life. I can ask you to do something. I could ask you to follow me, right? I would love it if you did. I could ask you to follow me, but it would always be your choice. I can ask you to compliment someone today, but it's always going to be your choice. And I would encourage you, never give up the power of that choice. No one in life can ever make me do anything. I do it on my own free will. I do it because I choose to. You can ask me anything. You can ask me where to go. You can ask me how to show up. You can do any of that. But it is my free will that dictates whether it happens. There is an extreme amount of power in owning your decisions, owning who you are and how you show up. And I want to encourage each and every one of you today. Own your power. Own it, because you can make a huge difference in people's lives just by going out there and saying, you know what? I want to. I want to support them. I want to help them. So that's just been on my mind as I'm going through this Road to 10K challenge with everybody. I love it. I love being part of the team. I love supporting everybody. If there's videos or anything you want support on, send them to me. I am happy to be a team player. That's literally my entire goal in life, is how do I be a better team player and build a better, bigger team. That's the goal. So with that, I'm going to be getting off to work here in a minute, but I hope you guys all have a great day. I appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll talk to you soon.